I see that we are sad about this move of the government to bring what's called anti-conversion bill. It is not a small thing. Just because other states, 6 or 7, BJP, I don't know whether Congress states also have done it, because the other states have done that, the Karnataka should repeat it or do it. It doesn't make much sense. Because in Karnataka, I think we have a very good harmony among the different religious communities, the different groups, and therefore, first of all, I think it is not necessary. It is not necessary. It is not necessary because our constitution itself has got enough safeguards. The rules and regulations of the country, the laws of the country, there are enough and sufficient. Therefore, it's not necessary. Secondly, I say it is arbitrary because it seems to target only the Christian community. Only the Christian community. Is conversion happening only in Christian community that you want to bring laws and regulations? We are just 2%. Allow us to live in peace. The laws of the country for everybody, you do it for everybody, we will surely say we are also happy with it. Is conversion not taking place in any other religions? If it is a Christian convert, a Hindu converts to Christianity, you call it conversion. If a Christian converts to Hindu, what do you call it? You know, there are many marriages of us, love marriages. Many of our girls and boys are going out to the other religions. We know that love is love. We will not stop it. There are so many other places, conversions are taking place to other religions. Our constitutional, I would say, father of our constitution, Mr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, he himself changed his religion from Hinduism to Buddhism. It is allowed. It is very nice. And Babasaheb Ambedkar itself made it possible in the Constitution, Article number 25, to say that every citizen is free to practice, profess and propagate his religion, which means conversion is also included. Nobody has forbidden to convert from one country to another. There are so many Christians who are coming from Europe and visiting our temples, our Sai Baba and Maharishi and Krishna consciousness and all, and they are becoming Christians. Do you also ask them to make an affidavit? Do you also ask them to go to the magistrate to make this one? Is conversion only sort of thought of it in a negative way about our Christians? So therefore I say it is arbitrary. The third reason we say this law should not be encouraged because it can be misused. It can be misused. And we have enough police and the other law abiding and law enforcing authorities. Leave it to them. If there is instances of certain conversion by force, by incentive, surely you can take action. There are enough laws. But making a law like this, it will be giving into the hands of the smaller splinter groups who will try to take action, who will try to find and read everything in a negative way, and surely I don't think we'll be in peace. There will be more and more attacks on our churches. There will be more and more attacks on our pastors, our sisters. I think we have to take into note. You know, already we have seen some signs of things happening in Karnataka. It's not something new. About 12 years ago, 2008, without any provocation, when the new government came into charge, there were attacks on the churches. Ever since, perhaps we are a little in a frightened state to say that, can we practice our religion freely? I wish to repeat very loudly that we are not for forceful conversions and also fraudulent conversions with incentives. If there are instances, surely bring it back to us. We will handle them. We will surely make them understand this is not the way Christianity lives. Christianity is a religion of love. And if there is no love, no amount of fear, no amount of force, no amount of incentive can put faith in us. I have said it in other forums. We, for example, in Bangalore, you know, there are at least 1,000 schools and institutions of ours Our hospitals are there. Have we ever tried to convert one person? If there is a complaint of even one person, I said, I would like to take action. So many hospitals, St. John's Hospital at the height of the COVID had about 900 patients at one time. Some of them were dying. We could have easily made attempts to convert them so they die as Christians. We will never do that. We will never do that. So many social centers we have. So that is not our culture to do forceful and fraudulent conversions. Let us be very clear about this. On the other hand, we say for the government, we can understand our Honorable Chief Minister. I have a lot of regard for him. I also, before I came to Bangalore, I was in Hubli, Dharwad area, and I have seen his good works. And many a time, I have known that he's a good person. In fact, in 2008, when the church attacks were taking place, I think Mr. Bommai was in a Janata Party or Janata Dal Party, and he his party vehemently opposed these attacks. But now 10 or 12 years now, things have changed. Are you going to encourage certain groups to sort of attack us by making laws like this? And so we appeal to him, please sir, take into consideration, we are faithful citizens of the country. We are citizens who are patriotic. There are many from us who are serving in the armed forces. They are officers. There are judges, notable judges even in Karnataka, who have got a name as ones who serve the country, who serve the constitution. So therefore I would say take the constitution as our main book. What is allowed there, allow us. What is not allowed there, surely we don't ask you as a special privilege or favor for us. We are also law-abiding citizens. We will surely see to it that we serve this country. And if there's anything that we can do for the poor, please let us know. You want us to open more hospitals? We will do it. You want us to open hospitals for the schools for the poor? We will do it. And we are all for this country. And we are so happy that the majority of the Hindus and Muslims are really peace-loving. And I have to join my hands sometimes to say that they are much better than us. We have much to learn from them. And I don't want to be disturbed by this small group of fundamentalists who will make trouble, who are challenges for us. We don't take it badly. We consider them as challenges. We consider them also possibilities for the future. And I ask them, I request them, please tolerate us, please support us, please encourage us. This is what I say. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು?
One incident that happened recently in Hubli, but no case was registered on behalf of the church for the first 2 years. And finally, right-wing organizations went into the church, they started singing, chanting some hymns.
Basically, we are peace-loving people. And yeah, we don't like to go to court, kacheri. This is not our culture. We would like to suffer if you want. Many of the places people have suffered. They have not opened their mouth. That example that you gave of ಹುಬ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಚರ್ಚ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಪವಿತ್ರ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು ಬಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಡು ಹಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು and to give a complaint, what to give a complaint? Our basic culture is the culture of Christ on the cross. We say, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. But that I can say as a priest, perhaps we can say, but I can understand some of the local people cannot understand it and they are boiling and they are angry. We are trying to control them also. Because they are asking the same fundamental questions. Why don't you give us the freedom also to change religion if I want, if I am happy, if I found something good in that? Are we teaching them to carry guns and do Bhayotpadaka, other churches places of terrorism? I don't think you should have a little understanding for us also.
Sir, how many churches have been attacked in the last 2 to 3 years? Do you think that there is any increase in number, any data on this?
I must say, I cannot give you the number as such. It started with, we had these crosses in some places, hillocks, etc. And the people started demolishing them, removing them. Fortunately, the government has brought an order now to say that anadhikrita agidru kuda ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನು ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು.
In the 2008 like situation now.
Now I'm speaking of the last 6 months. 6 months. In Bangalore, for example, there were about 6 crosses that were demolished. And of course, we are in the courts now for that to say that land is legal, not legal, and all that. And regarding the churches also, there is a slight increase of attacks on the communities, on the churches. It is there. I don't want to make it a wrong image because I love Karnataka. I don't want to give a bad picture of our government. The government is doing well. And I must say that even the BJP government for us at one time, or not one time, when Mr. Yedurappa was there, he gave us grants for our churches, repair of our churches, etc. Last 2 years only it's not functioning well because I can understand perhaps little of corona is there. Mr. Bommai also promised 200 crores for our community, and as far as I am told, only 56 have been released up to now. So I am grateful to that. I think the government and even Mr. Bommai is a good man. But being forced by these small groups, splinter groups, you can't please everybody.
Sir, there have been, some people have also alleged that there are tribals or, ethnic groups which have also been made targets, especially rural areas who are poor, uneducated, and, missionaries go there and approach them and, from their original ethnicity, they have been converted, and now entire races are, diminishing because of that is also an allegation.
I would not say because they are tribals, because they are poor, because they are uneducated. No. A Christian has a freedom to preach his religion, to practice his religion, to propagate his religion. If there is someone who shows interest in us, surely we will do. And I would say, I am personally of the opinion the poor have to be respected. Don't think that just because they have no food, they have no roti, kapda or makan, they'll come running to you. Their faith that they gain is much more stronger than my own faith. And one thing be sure, they will never betray. They will never sort of go to the wrong path to say that. They are ready to suffer. If we are raising up their status from being tribals to a little more higher status, giving them good things, you think it's a bad thing? We won't do it only because they want to become Christians. But surely we are involved in social development in many places. Even the caste of the people of this one, the Christian missionaries work without any caste and without any distinction so that these people can come up. I can give you the list of people who are studying in our institutions from I would say the base caste, low caste, who are just coming up. We are so happy. That is our work. Religion is our secondary. We don't even want to go. There are many who are studied in our institutions who come back later. I would not have got an education but for your institution. I would like to become a Christian. We have stopped many. Many had come to us also. We say, after the age of 18, Baba, you come. We will see. Just now we don't want you. Be happy, help your family, and be satisfied.
Are you looking into these allegations? Are you trying to find the truth within yourself before it goes to the police? Or it's a kind of fact finding? Why are you leaving it to the police if you are aware of allegations?
First of all, these are all small areas perhaps it has happened, and many of these allegations could be false allegations. But you can't. Now, I will give the example of Mr. Golatti himself. Can you believe that you can go to a minister's house, an MLA's house, and pull out the mother or give her some money and say that you can become Christians? That's also one of the allegations. Do you think it's possible? So I think there are many of these allegations which have been foisted on us. And see, to distribute one book, I give you one cross, I ask you to come to our church. Christmas time, I ask you to come to our church. I also go and visit Ganpati Pandals. I've eaten beautiful prasad from them. Does it mean that we are converted? The Madras High Court itself has said that wearing a cross, going to the church does not mean conversion. Does not mean conversion. In the cross country, this one, anyone can go to any church, any Gurudwara, any this one. And surely we are happy to see the riches of the other religions also. That is our philosophy. So I don't think, since you have said it, I shall try to find out what are those cases, because I can understand most of them are foisted upon you, It's like in India, you say you are guilty, prove it that you are innocent. How do we prove it? How do we prove it?
Of churches is no doubt it's a sub judice. But still you can express your concern that why are you concerned about it?
As I
Don't we
said,
have any-
I have prepared a lengthy statement for this, but because it's in the court, I didn't
Still you can
want to.
express your concern.
Yeah, my concern is I have expressed, I have written a letter to the Ministry of Department of Minorities and Backward Classes that, sir, this is not good. Please withdraw it. At the lower levels, the police, for example, for whom which have high regard, and they are very tensed. And the police have done such a big service for us during the time of Corona when we were all protected inside. They were outside. And I told 52 of them, it seems, died. So these police who have got now feasts after feasts, you ask them to go to the church and this one, and they go and come and beg us, please give us, otherwise our officer will tell us that we have not done our duty. Please write, please say this. This kind of things, why do you want it? Are you doing a survey of all the communities? Surely if the government is doing for all the services, I'll be very happy. We are 2%, why do you want to disturb us? How many numbers you're going to get? If at all you know that there are some churches which are not.
The law minister says that the government wants to know how many churches are there, how many are authorized, how many are not authorized, what are their assets. This is what exactly want.
But what is the intention of this information? If they want to help us, they would even send a letter to me, Bishop, if there are some churches of yours we will regularize, I will be the first one to encourage our priests, our pastors to give their list so that they can this one. You know, it's not very easy to get a permission to build a church. I know of instances where 5-6 years, 5-6 ವರ್ಷ ನಾವು ಕಾಯ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬರುವಂಥ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ, ಉತ್ತರ ಕನ್ನಡ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ, 13 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಸಿಗದೇ ಇದೆ. And you know the present laws also, I can understand the government has got laws, but to build a church you need at least 20 papers. You need environment paper, you want health paper, you want the ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಫೈರ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ 20 ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗುಂಟೆದಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದರೆ ಅದಾಗ್ತದೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅದು? ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಪರ್ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಸೇ government will forgive us, government will excuse us, and now government has forgiven the other communities for the unadhikrita, unauthorized this one, so extend to us also the same benefit. Yeah, that. So that is what I feel hurt, as I said, and I don't want to make a statement because, as I said, I respect the courts. It's in sub judice, and you have said it. I am not saying it, but should the intelligence be utilized for this purpose, I will not make a statement.
You said previous BJP government has helped Christian community. You said Bombay is a good person also, you have supported him. What do you think has changed in last 1 year? Why is the government going to bring the anti-convergence bill and suddenly the survey of churches? What has changed? What do you think?
I don't want to ascribe intentions to government for bringing this law now only. Is something coming closer? If something is happening, I do not know. But if it is happening and if it is done for the welfare of the people, of all the people, I will be the first one to tell our people, let us come across and help the government. But if it is done in an intention that is not very helpful, because I know that this particular details will go to certain groups who will take the law into their hands, who will try to demolish, who will try to attack, who will try to prove, and I would not like to expose our people for this kind of embarrassing situations. Madam wants to say a word. Can I finish hers and then come back?
All that had to be said has been said, but I do want to add 2 points. One, the British were here for more than 200 years. The Dutch came, the French came, all these so-called Christian invaders were here. And the population of the Christians has never gone beyond 3%. It has in fact decreased over the last few years because lots and lots of our people are migrating, are going abroad. And therefore, what is the fear of this 2% that this country is today talking about? If people were to be converted in large numbers, it should have happened over the last 200 years. Where are they? We have opened schools, colleges, hospitals, orphanages, old age homes. We have worked with the tribals. Why was Father Stan picked up? Because he became the voice of the exploited tribals whose land was being taken away by big business houses. The Christians have always stood for justice, for service, and for the education of the people. I just want to mention one thing. When I spoke in Parliament in the Rajya Sabha, when Shri Advani was the Home Minister, and I raised questions about their anti-Christian and anti-minority attitudes, do you know what his reply was? He said, Margaret ji, itna gussa kyun kar rahi ho? I want to declare today that I am the product of the Jesuits in Karachi. I was educated by the Jesuits in Karachi, and I owe a lot of my life's achievements to that education. That was Advani ji. So to say that all those who come to our institutions are forced to become Christians so that we influence them, can you give us the percentage of those in our schools or institutions who have been converted or forced to be converted? I get hundreds of requests every year from all over the country for admission of children into our schools from non-Christians, from Muslims, from Hindus, from everybody. I asked, tell me one of them if they have been converted. What makes you think that our only job is to convert people? If that was so, we shouldn't remain at 2%. And finally, as His Grace said, the Constitution gives me the right to practice and propagate my religion. I can talk about my religion anywhere. What right has any group to come into the church when service is going on and start chanting bhajans? And Hindus, I have nothing against Hindu rituals. But why disturb my service and do it? I have got a very clear conscience. All my 3 daughters-in-law are Hindus. So what? Does it mean to say that Christians have no social connection with the Hindus? We respect them. We work with them, and as His Grace said, we are always prepared to help if our help is needed. So don't charge us and don't create the impression that only the Christians are out for conversions. Then why are we only under 3%? Why have we not become 20%? So there has to be some basis for attacking us and for painting us with the black brush. Please, I request the press to be fair and just even in your reporting.
के दबाव में आकर ऐसे फैसले ले रही है? क्या आपको लग रहा है कि बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट जो है राइट विंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के दबाव में आकर ये फैसले ले रही है?
नहीं, मैं किसी को ब्लेम नहीं करती हूँ. सरकार तो मेरा सरकार है. लोगों ने वोट देके उस सरकार को बिठाया है. आई एम ओनली अपीलिंग टू द गवर्नमेंट टू डू इट्स ड्यूटी and to be fair and just in a democracy.
We are not against any government, okay? For us, in our scriptures it is mentioned in the book of Timothy that all authority, all good authority comes from God. So today it is Mr. Bommai, tomorrow it could be something, but we pay our respects to him. And I say that I am also grateful to them. One of my idols, political idols, is Mr. Vajpayee. Mr. Vajpayee, he was a statesman. He didn't belong to, though he belonged to one party, he belonged to the whole world. A man who was stood tall among all the petty politicians. He is a great man. I admire him. So I would say we are not against any government. Okay? Yeah. Sir, ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೌದು. Yeah.
Chief Minister Bombay. A couple of weeks back, you had written a memorandum to the Chief Minister as well. But we are yet to get a response. Right? So, what is the plan of action that you have taken in case there is no positive or negative response from the government?
I would say as 2% and 1% in Bangalore, I don't know what action I can take. But we have devised it in this way. First of all, we'll appeal once again to the government. Okay? We believe in appeals. I have given twice, but once again, I don't mind going meeting Mr. Chief Minister along with the other leaders and appealing to them. Secondly, we will also try to see if there are any court redressals regarding the freedom of, regarding the survey or regarding the other things and all. We will try. Thirdly, I have told our own community we have to introspect, and therefore we are declaring one day of prayer and fasting for all the Christians in Karnataka. That's going to be on the second Friday of the month of November. You know, Fridays are the days when we remember the crucifixion of Jesus, the death and suffering of Jesus. So that one. And lastly, we are just thinking whether perhaps government would like to see us in large numbers. Perhaps we can take a silent candlelight procession or perhaps a silent morcha where we can show that not only it's affecting not only our leaders but also our people. If it is necessary, only we will go to that extent. Otherwise, I don't think it is required of us to go. But if it comes to that, we won't hesitate to go. But I will tell you, our procession, our morcha will be silent. There won't be any violence. Many a time when we take processions, we tell the police, please, you go and home, rest at home, don't worry. We can take care of ourselves. We are disciplined people. We are educated people. We don't want to cause trouble to the government in any way. We know the tensions of the police and the others. So we will do it in a peaceful way. Okay? Yeah. I'm sorry there has been no response. The only response is threats to say that the government says we need a strong anti-conversion bill, as if the whole Karnataka is on fire. And these 2% Christians are going to be big problem for Karnataka. There's been no response. It has been a negative response to say more and more. The request that we have made to the minister, as you know, soon after I met him, he reiterated again that they want to introduce a bill. And just 8 days back, this survey that has come, it was really a shock for us. It was a hurt for us. Yeah.
In an eventuality, when the bill becomes a law, anti-conversion law, what will your strategy be?
That is why we are telling the government beforehand, think twice before you do it. Tomorrow, when it comes to really the bill being passed, be aware that this will not be only a government bill. This will be bill of small groups, and they will do what they perhaps government won't do or cannot do. I don't mind the police coming to my place and asking us, and surely the police and the authorities are very right. But I don't want every small group come and tell us what we should and what we should not do. We speak of moral policing now. Soon we'll have to speak about religious policing now. That people are told what to believe, what not to believe, where to go, where not to go. If these things were told during election time, it would have been nice for us. And what to eat and not to eat also. Okay. I give 1 or 2 minutes to Mr. George, who has got a lot of experience in these matters.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿವರಗಳನ್ನು ಸವಿಸ್ತಾರವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಮಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಆಳ್ವ ಅವರು ಸಮೇತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಮತ್ತು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಫೋರ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನು ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇರ್ಸ್ ಎ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಆ ಲಾ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 36 ಕೇಸ್ಗಳು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ 36 ಕೇಸ್ಗಳು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಹೋದರೆ ಆಗ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಮತ್ತು ಅಥಾರಿಟೀಸು ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ FIR ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಂತರ FIR ಆದಮೇಲೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಂತರ ಅದು ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾರು ಅಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರಿಗೂ ಸಮೇತ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ವಕೀಲರು ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗದ ಗೂಡಗಟ್ಟಿ ಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿನ ಫೋರ್ಸಿಬಲಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫೋರ್ಸಿಬಲಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಕಾನೂನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಆ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟವರಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಚರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಆ ಥರ ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಚರ್ಚಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮೇತ ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಆಗಿ, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗದ ನನಗೆ ಓಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಲೆಜಿಸ್ಲೇಟರ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಮತ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು MLA ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಹೋಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ನಾವು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದರೂ ಸಮೇತ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೊರತು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಹಿಡನ್ ಅಜೆಂಡಾ ಇಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಗೂಳಗಟ್ಟಿ ಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರು ಆ ಥರ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವರು ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಅವರು ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ಅವರು ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೇನಂತ ಇಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡನ್ ಅಜೆಂಡಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಂಟಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಲು UP ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಒರಿಸ್ಸಾ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಇದು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರಿಲಿಜನಿಂದ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಮೇತ ಅದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಗಳೇ ಈ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅದೇನೋ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಈಗ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಮೇತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮೇತ ಕೆಲವರು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಹೊರತು ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂಬ ಮಾತದು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಈಗ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಂಬ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಈಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಮಾರಲ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ತಾವು ನೋಡಿದಿರ, ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಗೆ ನೀವು ಅಸ್ತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಹುಬ್ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನಾ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ ಅವರು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ ರಿಲಿಜನ್, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಂದೂಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟಾಲರಬಲ್ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ಸ್. ನಮಗೂ ಅವ್ರ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಭಾರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಿಂದೂಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್, ಬುದ್ಧಿಸ್ಟು ಯಾರೂ ಈ ಥರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರಿಲಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎತ್ಕಟ್ಟಲಿರುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೆಲವರು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಲಾಭಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರವಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಸಮೇತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನ್ಯಾಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಮೇತ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತರು ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಶಾಂತಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದರ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಭಟನೆ ಏನೋ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಸಮೇತ ಅದು ಸಮೇತ ಶಾಂತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಎಂಬ ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ತಮ್ಮ ಮೂಲಕ, ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮೂಲಕ ತಾವು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತರಬೇಕೆಂಬುದಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಜಿ ಶಾಸಕರು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಬೋ ಅವರು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದೆರಡು ಮಾತು ಮತ್ತು ನೀರು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರೇ, ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್?
ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನು ಆರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ರವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಡೆಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯಾನಿಟಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಂಥ ಮತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ತ ಶಕ 1ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂತ ಥಾಮಸ್ ರವರು ಕೇರಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ಸುಮಾರು 7 ಚರ್ಚ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದಿನಿಂದ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮ ಇದೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು 2000 ವರ್ಷಗಳು ದಾಟಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವುದು ಕೇವಲ 3% ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮ. ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮತಾಂತರ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂಬ ಈ ಗೂಬೆ ಈ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಧರ್ಮ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಮಾಜದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ನೀಡುವಂಥ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾಗಿರುವುದು. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟುವಂಥ ಸೇವೆನೇ ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಅದು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮದವರು ನಡೆಸುವಂಥ ಸೇವಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಫಲಾನುಭವಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತರಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ 70% ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತರಾಗಿರ್ತೀರೇ ಏನೋ. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಮತಾಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಧರ್ಮ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಂಬಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಎರಡನೇ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ, ನಾನು ಕಳೆದ ಸಾರಿ ಶಾಸಕನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ 3 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಿರಂತರ ಅವಧಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ವರ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಪಸಂಖ್ಯಾತರ ಸಮಿತಿಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಈ ಸಮಿತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಪಸಂಖ್ಯಾತರ ಮತ್ತು ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ವರ್ಗಗಳ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೊರತು ಈ ಸಮಿತಿ ಈ ಸಮುದಾಯಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಈ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳು ನನಗಂತೂ ಸರಿ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿನೇ ಮೀರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ.
Your Grace, George sir, Lobo sir, Mr. Peter, Father Faustin, ಮತ್ತು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಅವರೇ, ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಭಾರಿ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ಲಾ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮನಿ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇದೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನೀಡ್. ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಸಮುದಾಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಷಪ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರ್ಚ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಷಪ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚರ್ಚ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು? ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಾಂಗ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್. ಮತ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನಾವು ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾನು ಈ ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅ ಲಾ ಅಬೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ. ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಅ ಪಿವಿಟಲ್ ರೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸಾವಿರ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ವೈ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಥಿಂಗ್? ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಡ್ಗಳು ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜನರು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಲ್ಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ವೈ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ 2% ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಥರ ಏನು ಭಯ ಇದೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಡಿಂಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಯು ಇನ್ 200 years? ಆರ್ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಯು ಇನ್ 2 months or 2 years? ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಭಯ? ಇದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡೋದು ತಪ್ಪು. ವಿ have to make sure that we continue to live in harmony. Karnataka has always been a state which has lived in communal harmony. Whenever there has been disturbances, the law has taken its course. Yaradru forceful agi, we are against forceful conversion, absolutely against it. But I should have the freedom to choose where I want to pray. If I go and find peace sitting in a temple, should the government say no, you can't find peace? ಯಾರಾದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವ್ರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರಿಟನ್. ಈವನ್ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಸೆಡ್, every man's religion is his own business. Every man's religion is his own business. If we are to bring communal harmony into India and in Karnataka, we should allow every man to practice his religion as his own business and not have interference from other people and other people telling us what to do, where to go, where to pray, what to wear, what to eat. That is not the job of the government. People already know those things. So having said that, I want to strongly oppose the presentation of any anti-conversion bill in Karnataka. The Chief Minister must reassure the Christian community that we are safe in the state of Karnataka, as Karnataka has a rich legacy of religious diversity, tolerance, and cultural affluence. Having said that, I request everybody to make sure that we do not disturb the relationship we share with other communities. Just a few elements shouldn't destroy our peace. They shouldn't misuse this law to target our community, because we are a peace-loving community. We cannot fight back with sticks and guns. We are a community that's peace-loving, and again I say we cannot fight back with sticks and guns. We always look to the government and the forces and the law to protect us. Thank you.
Minister, use of the intelligence to get this survey. What do you have to say, and why do you think it's getting the police to this?
I think that's illegal. Because intelligence is the purpose is that. The intelligence always will advise the chief minister. Always the intelligence portfolio of the chief minister. This is internal security, any terrorist activities, any anti-national activities. These are the things the intelligence has to gather and report to the chief minister or the home minister. Then they will take it. There is no law supporting to get this church survey and calling police, calling. The intelligence means local police, they are interested in the police. How can a police will call a priest or a pastor or a thing and ask all his questions? He has to go to the police station. On which law? If I can understand, a bill is passed and there's a clause is already, that the bill is passed means either it has to be by ordinance or the legislature, and there's a due process is there. ಅದು ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ರಿಲಿಜನ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್.
You suppose the government believes that the churches are involved in international activities, terrorism, so on and so forth?
See, there no question of survey. See, the questions they are asking is existing law. The question they are asking is how many church, when you have built the church, how many members are there. That is not nowhere connected with the anti-terrorism or anti-national activities. Ido our regular agi, this is a census. I can understand. There's already this economic survey, economic backward survey is already done. It is with the government. It is already, I think that all these details are there, entire Karnataka details are with the government. They can take. First of all, as Mr. Lobo said, he was 3 years the chairman of the committee. That committee has no power to ask the Home Department or police to get this survey. That is a fact. I also served in many committees. The committee can only ask, if they want it, how many cases are registered against forcible conversion or this information they can get it. They cannot go the thing, Suyomoto going and encouraging this. I think it was not there. I enquired with the government official, the Chief Minister's office also. They said there's no other thing is there. Now I have seen the ADGP intelligence has sent a circular that is illegal. I don't think that he got the power to do it unless there's anti-national, anti-terrorism. If you got doubt this church is doing something that against the law, then only he can get the intelligence.
In the next SME session.
See, Congress party naturally will take that we will discuss in the legislative party. Our leader is there. When the bill comes, see, I already objected when the Gulavati Shekhar raised this matter as a member. When bill comes, we will discuss. Our party meeting will discuss and we will take a decision 100%.
Chances of the ground reality being misinterpreted and manipulated.
See, any law, you know, the already law is there. about the,
About intelligence. See, how they will manipulate the ground.
I don't think intelligence can't be manipulated. The intelligence work is there, what is the real facts. They are supposed to bring the notice of the chief minister or the home minister. That is their duty. They are not there to manipulate anything.
I think what you mean is whether intelligence report can be reaching the wrong hands. That I do not know, he has to say it. I hope it is not. We trust the intelligence also of the country. They are doing a good job. ಮತ್ತೇನೂ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೇನಾದರೂ ಕೇಳುವುದಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಿತ್ತು?
ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳವರು ಇದು ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಎಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಇವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಈ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಸೊ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಇವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವರು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಇವರು ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೇಸು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ?
ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಹುಶಃ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಏನಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುವ ಮೊತ್ತೋ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆಗಬಹುದಿತ್ತು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಬಂದರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇತ್ತು, ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ.
Proposed bill on the conversion, when you look at the survey that's been offered, do you feel that the government is trying to consolidate what it believes is their voters by targeting, the minority community?
I am not saying it, you are saying it.
I'm asking, do you feel this could be an intention?
I am not very sure what is their intention, but that it is coming at this particular time, it perplexes us. It perplexes us and it hurts us. It hurts us. I hope it is government intention is not just for the sake of other things. Okay? Yeah.
If BJP actually looks at winning this bill, how would the Congress also look at it, considering all of you are also part of this country? So what will
I already told, when the issue comes, we will discuss in the party, we will discuss in our legislative party, and we will take a decision.
But given to understand that the government has got quite a majority, I don't think the dissenting voices will be many, and surely if the government is mature enough, they will have to listen to everybody. They have to listen to the public also. They have to listen to the religious leaders also. And that is how the government, the word government means welfare of everybody. And that should be done, I think, and I would request the ministers concerned, cabinet concerned, to do this work. Yes, sir.
The leader of the community, you get people's opinion and you get concerns of the people. Following the three incidents and this bill, what has been the concerns of the people that have been raised to you?
I am told that the people are perplexed very much, and they are really the ones that are from the grassroots level, and they feel insulted that these same politicians come to them for votes and for with all that they are saying that we are doing for the and conversion. The government, the politicians are doing it during the election time. They give the money, they give the TV, they give the this, everything is given, and you ask us to vote for you. If that is the case, people are asking that why don't you give us the freedom also to choose our God, to elect our God, if you want to say. And if this God is not good enough, we will elect another God. We'll choose another God. We'll come back. Don't worry. And so I think the people at the base are also angry. We are trying to control them also to say that it's not in our nature to hit out. Our nature is always to go peaceful coexistence and peaceful solutions. So that is what we are doing. In Hubli also, I got the impression that the people wanted to take a little of sort of strong action. We advised them through the bishop there and through this one that these are small things. The fact that they are noticing us, which means perhaps we are doing good. Why do you throw stones at a fruit tree You don't throw stone at a tree that is no fruit. So these stones which are thrown at us, we will take it as challenges. If there's anything to correct on our behalf, we will surely do it. Okay, sir? ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಯಾ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಮುಚ್ಚೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು 2 ವಿಷಯ. ಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಶೀಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಮೋರ್ ದ ಜಿಸ್ಟ್. ಆದರೆ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಈ ಸಮೀಕ್ಷೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ, ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಸರ್ವೆ. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಬ್ ಜುದಿಚೆ. ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಶುಭಾಶಯ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಶೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಬಾಂಧವರು ಕೂಡ ದಿವಾಲಿ ಹಬ್ಬವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆಚರಿಸಬೇಕು. ದಿವಾಲಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಂದರೆ ಬಹಳ ಅರ್ಥಗರ್ಭಿತ ಒಂದು ಸಂಕೇತ, ದೀಪ, ಬೆಳಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ತಲೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಕತ್ತಲೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ, ಕತ್ತಲೆ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಿಹ್ನೆಗಳು ನಾವು ದೂರಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೂ ಬಾಂಧವರಿಗೆ ಈ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಶುಭಾಶಯ ಕೋರುತ್ತೇವೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇತರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ.